Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. We feature Analyze This Mess. Let me put up my banner. I'm glad to be back. It's been a day and a half. I was going to say a couple of days, but it's really been 1.5 days, I think. Ooh, have I been busy? I hope everyone's doing all right. Grab a glass of wine or beverage. I have my Gatorade. Analyze this mess because somebody had to say it. And tonight, it's you and me. Aw, baby Juju, my moderator says, we missed you too, Teddy. Well, I missed them all. All my other bears, I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. I see Vicky Black says, let it rip. That's right. Rip Running Receipts. We have that channel as well. Please follow me. Follow me on all social media, especially Station Head, Unwind with Teddy. On all social media is that. I do have a Station Head channel, D4 Danielle, just like that. All right. And we've been able to go over and play receipts as we analyze this mess. You can also email me right now at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. I know I've got some folks listening tonight. Always in the bushes, always listening. Did you guys enjoy the Cash App little meme that I put up the other day? You know, the guy, there he is. Let's show him. It's free money. The Cash App. Wow, I've been thinking about a lot of things, guys. Yeah. It is Friday, May 9th. So I was able to check some boxes and get some things, down to the courthouse. I know they want to know. Well, here's the thing. So I talked about Cash App in general when I posted the videos the other day. I posted a short, and you also heard the phone call that I had, made to Cash App, and some questions that I asked. So we got some clarification. One person name on one Cash App account. All right. If anything is, refunded, access on the Cash App, the owner would have to, if anyone else, let's just say this, if anyone else accessed that account, the owner would have to give them access, privilege. So that means it's conclusive. It's conclusive. If Daniel Robertson ever gave a refund, if she did that, she knows John Doe. That's a fact. Because John Doe, you have to listen carefully. What I said. If Daniel Robertson ever had access to that Cash App, Truth Teller Danny, if she ever made any transaction, if she ever pushed a button for return, if she ever did anything, then John Doe would have had to give her access to the account. And let me tell you, John Doe is not going to give someone access to money. Passwords, access to Cash App. If let's just go with this anonymous John Doe. If he did not know her, that's it. I'm going to draw that conclusion, but you have to listen carefully to the question or the statement that I made. I said, if Daniel Robertson ever had access to that singular account, Truth Teller Danny, did anything using that account, then John Doe gave her access, because John Doe said that he is the owner of that account. 1, 2, Block Incorporated for Cash App, formerly Cash App, that responded to email by me, with regards to the subpoena, and that they're holding off answering because a motion to quash came in from John Doe. Then John Doe was notified. John Doe made a statement in the motion to quash that Block got in touch with him, her. I have to say, Jane John Doe is the same. It's a placeholder. Okay? Because John Doe unless that is John Doe's name, John Doe, that's an anonymous, that's a pseudonym. It's, the name that's used, in legal documents. It's commonly referred to Jane Doe, John Doe. It's not John Doe's name. At least that's what John Doe said. Yeah, John Doe is concerned about his legal name getting out there. All right. So John Doe clearly stated that it's his account. His account. So John Doe would have given Daniel Robertson access. That's it. If. That's it. That's easy to draw the conclusion for me. Yeah. Because you heard the guy at Cashapp. Permission, he said. That was his word. Permission. She would have had to have gotten permission from John Doe. So John Doe, Daniel Robertson, I think they know each other. I think, since John Doe is anonymous, unless we know who John Doe is, John Doe could be a man. Yes, John could be a man, but John Doe could also be a woman. John Doe could also be Daniel Robertson. I said could be. I don't know, because we're dealing with two anonymous entities here. Jennifer Love Spewitt, you're at the bottom. You say, I've been gone so long, I'm lost. Well, let me just say it in a nutshell. It's a case. I have a case. I'm suing Daniel Robertson in federal court. It's on the docket. There should be, except for today, there should be 27 entries. And sometime, when they update it, it might be near 29 or 30. And sometime next week, it will certainly cross the threshold of 30 entries, because responses might come in or whatever, or more things might get filed. All right. So, and Daniel Robertson has been served. She was served through her registered agent, a registered agent in Dover, Delaware. That's public record. It's in the document. Yeah. Oh, you knew about the case. You just didn't know about the John Doe and the case. This John Doe just came in last week. I didn't know about John Doe. Well, Block Incorporated, they received a subpoena. About truth teller Danny Cashapp. And somehow John Doe, whoever he is, says that Block notified him, let's just call him a him, of this subpoena. John Doe says he never received information on the subpoena until Block contacted him through email. Okay. John Doe responded by filing a motion to quash and also quash the subpoena and put a protective order and to seal his information anything. And also for the future to block, even if the judge throws that out, John Doe is asking, even for future, not to allow any more subpoena against that account. Okay. And John Doe is also asking the judge to impose penalties against me. He's saying it's unlawful, this subpoena. So there's been a lot going on. I didn't learn until May 1st that there was even a purported motion to quash because it was not on the docket. It did not get entered onto the docket. If you look at it, it was filed electronically on May 25th, but it did not appear on the docket until history, I'll just say history docket of documents in this case until May 6th. That was on Tuesday. Well, Block Incorporated again notified me on May 1st. So what I did is I filed the very next day in person on May 2nd, which was last Friday, a motion to compel Block to answer the subpoena, not knowing that a motion to quash, only having been told that one exists, that was not apparent to me because I never received any notification or it was not served. Nothing was ever served on me about that. Only thing I received was an email from Block Inc. And then this past Tuesday, it gets entered onto, and it's like, wow. So if you look at typically the time frame to respond to a motion on both sides or whatever, it's typically, I'm just going to say, usually you have 14 days. Well, if we look at 14 days from the date that the motion to quash was filed, today would be the day of deadline that I need to respond. All right. So I had to spend, the last couple of days getting things put together. And I responded today. All right. I also responded. My second response, was to the judge about, the affidavit and sworn for the exhibits. Yeah. So we have a case, and now suddenly John Doe appears, because now we're talking about one. Somebody knows it's a case, right? Although John Doe says he doesn't have anything to do with the case at all, anything relative to it. He's just the owner of the Cash App account. But that Cash App truth teller has appeared on this platform since June of 2021. Okay. Almost 4 years. And it's appeared on, not just Truth Teller Danny, but Danny Robertson, her other channels. I don't want to name everyone. The evidence is clear as hundreds of videos. You can see the banner trailing at the bottom, Cash App. It's been in videos where Danielle has, put up Teddy Bundy, and people have said I was a serial killer. So somehow videos, I'm just talking about me, but of a lot of people, have been talked about, and John Doe has benefited. John Doe says he's not, he doesn't have anything to do with me. He doesn't have anything to do with this. But John Doe, let's just say he's getting paid for Danielle Robertson to talk about a lot of different things. Think about all the videos, hundreds of videos. So if it's not Danielle Robertson, then Danielle Robertson is just working for free for John Doe, and people are giving cash apps, and she's saying, thank you for the cash app. As a matter of fact, you just don't know the evidence. I'll just say, this is everything I'm saying. It's my First Amendment. I can talk to some extent about this. I said I wasn't really going to talk about this case, but John Doe has come into the picture. I didn't know a John Doe. Somebody, people say, oh, you who gonna check me, boo? I don't know. But somebody is moving. Let's just say, finally, somebody behind the scenes is taking notice here, because they were notified. The Truth Teller Danny account was notified. So somebody behind that account knows Danielle, right? Because we've always talked about this. So if John Doe is somebody separate, it's, the layers, in her own words, things have been put into place so that she will never be found. That means John Doe has been around since 2021. If the two are different individuals, somebody's getting ready already. Watch how people move. Because now John Doe has filed. I don't know what's going to happen to the motion to quash. I just know I'm the plaintiff. John Doe says he's not being sued. He's not on the case. That's what John Doe said. So the subpoena was about truth teller Danny. The subpoena was about truth teller Danny, but now this John Doe jumps up. Okay? So John Doe, if we go with this, John Doe has received thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars over a 4-year period, directly benefiting from Danny Robertson's platform here on YouTube, because she says she's not on the account. John Doe says it's his account. Okay? So you mean to tell me for 4 years, John Doe hasn't paid Daniel Robertson anything? Even, for her birthday? Y'all didn't know there's a video out there where she's thanking Cash App for anniversaries? Channel anniversaries. We can say that. When I say birthdays, channel, let's just be clear. Channel anniversaries. And during that anniversary, people were sending cash apps. And she was thanking people. Congratulations on your year. It's there. That's not a lie. That's not harassment. We're talking about facts. We're talking about evidence that would surely link Danielle Robertson, whoever she is, anonymous, to this other purported anonymous John Doe. So we've got a Jane Doe, a John Doe. Let's just call it that. A Danielle Robertson Doe. There are people behind this account. And things are being moved around. Now John Doe knows about this. Daniel Robertson knows about this too. Oh, yes. She knows. She knows because she's been making a move. She's made some move that's apparent. A before and an after. After I talked about the Cash App on, what was it, the 7th? Something happened on the 8th. Oh, we'll just call it coincidence. She took down the Cash App banner from Danny Robertson All About page and description. She removed Cash App name from her link tree, but not before I got the evidence. See, now I can say it. You think I'm going to come and talk about something unless I've got my evidence? Danielle, that says check. She says, who's going to check me, boo? That's a check because she moved, right? She moved in response to that. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you dice it. That's movement. That's response. I'm saying it clearly so it can be recorded. It's okay because it's been filed. You can go and see the before and the after picture as evidence. It was filed today. Other things were filed today. All right? So that means she was watching. Oh, yes, she was. She was watching my videos like she's watching now. She was watching, and something must have hit like, oh, Cash App. When I mentioned the video, like it's right there. It's up there, and now it's scrubbed. Facts. Facts. And all these years, it's in all of the videos. She'd have to take down all of the video. It's too late. She's linked to that Cash App. She's linked to the Cash App because she's linked to John Doe. Now, how they're linked, I can't say. But based on what I can see and how folks are moving, that's her YouTube channel. Remember, John Doe says he doesn't know about any of this. He doesn't have anything to do with this case. He doesn't know me. So then, would John Doe go into Daniel Robertson's YouTube account? Is he a manager? And then, or call her, or send her an email? You better take that down. Oh, y'all better leave me alone. Because there's always a digital trail. If John Doe called her, if John Doe's a real person, if she's John Doe, I don't know. You need to listen carefully to what I'm saying. I'm aware that I'm being recorded. I'm sitting up here talking on the mic. This is fair use commentary. So that's why it's free money. So you mean John Doe doesn't have to work for this? Just marinate on that for a moment. John Doe is not, he doesn't know about any of this. He didn't know about me. So that means he doesn't know about the YouTube account. He doesn't know about any of the harassment. He doesn't know anything, right? So he's getting money for something that he doesn't know about. That's what he's saying. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know about this case. He doesn't know anything. He's just getting money. He's just benefiting from people sending money to truth teller Danny, and she's thanking people. He is getting paid, and he doesn't know what he's getting paid for. That's what he's getting paid. It's free money because he doesn't know. All of these people are showing up on his statement every month. Every month. He's getting names of people from this person to that person. $50, $10, $100. He doesn't know. He's just smiling because he's getting paid. He doesn't, and he's not going to say anything, right? It's just somebody's got, so in other words, somebody's got access to John Doe's account. Someone has posted his account. Okay, so let's say she didn't have access to it, all right? He's not going to say anything until 4 years later when Unwind with Teddy, because it is, they're still, my corporation is still on, okay, is suing. Until he doesn't raise his hand. Oh, no, don't stop the flow. No. So John Doe, Jennifer, showed up Don't quash this. Squash this. Go. Please don't stop this. I don't have anything to do with this, but no. I don't have anything to do with what's going on with Daddy, but please keep the money coming. Please. Oh, don't let her. Don't let Unwind with Teddy. No. Quash this. Silence this. John Doe has been, he electronic filed so fast. John Doe said, not only quash it, put a penalty on Teddy. My pseudonym, Unwind with Teddy, the business, Sabrina. That's in the docket. That's my name. Put a penalty on the plaintiff. Seal the information. Everything, because I have private interests in why that shouldn't come out. If he's not involved, if he doesn't, and if Daniel isn't involved, why are they moving? Why is she moving around? Why didn't she leave John Doe's account up in her about? Why did she even scrub the link to remove the apparent evidence that it's there? Did she just come to a realization that it shouldn't have been there? Only after. You mean for 4 years it has been up there. So she knew about it. John Doe knew about it. He's been receiving money month after daily. Think of all the hundreds of videos. Jaguar, right. So John Doe has been benefiting for 8-hour videos, 9-hour videos, people sending John Doe cash app every time she comes on, because that's not hers. That's what John Doe is saying. He doesn't know about this, but he's getting paid for it though. He's just got money. John Doe is getting money. Why would he care? If he's a separate, and this is just by, let's just say is by some miracle, some coincidence, some mistake, that John Doe opened an account, truth teller, Cash App tag, and that truth teller Cash App got duplicated, and somehow Cash App block got it all mixed up. Well, John Doe didn't raise his hand until now. He didn't try to go to Cash App and say, I don't know all these people giving me all this money. I'm just having a conversation tonight, people. Money, hitting the jackpot. You know, every month he's got it coming. He's got it going on. He's tapped in. Somebody tapped in. You know, it's like an oil well. Let's just say that. let's talk about the oil men and women in Texas. Y'all better leave me alone. Out there looking for oil, right? And they happen when they buy a little plot of land that somehow along the pipeline, somebody, tapped into another pipeline and they're getting free oil. Why am I, as an oil man, I done tapped into somebody's well? Okay? Oh, I'm just going to tell ABC company, suddenly I go from bringing in $10,000 a month for oil, I'll just say very tiny account, to suddenly I'm bringing in $500,000 a month for oil. Why am I going? And I've only paid pennies on the dollar for this fire sale land. This is an analogy. Now I've moved it over to, let's just be real. Why? So we can make it plain. This is Analyze This because somebody had to say it. The Cash App, Analyze This Mess. Now, if you played my video back tonight, fair use commentary, one thing I did not say. I said if. I did say if she did anything with that Cash App, then John Doe, it would have to be a conclusion that John Doe knows Daniel Robertson. They've been in communication. John Doe is anonymous. So I wouldn't put my money on it that John Doe, he's John Doe to me. I don't know. It's a placeholder. So you mean to tell me, now check this out. All right, so things are being moved around in this time frame. So John Doe knows, Daniel Robertson knows, Cash App knows, because they're going to see transactions. So if suddenly money starts disappearing, big withdrawals, things shutting down, y'all better leave me alone. People packing up and running, because I do have videos where Danielle Robertson has clearly stated if she thought she was ever going to be found out, that she was going to run. The real word is, she said, disappear. This is part of my story. D for Danielle. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not sitting here at all. Anything can happen. Anything. Anything. So did that catch you up, Jennifer? I explained it like that for Jennifer. That's right. Old Jed from the Beverly Hills. He was shooting for some food, And up through the ground come a bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas. Where was he? Let me look up there. What's the words? This is fair use. Come on. We can make a reference to the Beverly Hillbillies. These were just a bunch of hillbillies. That's what y'all better leave me alone. I can talk about the Beverly Hillbillies. As a matter of fact, didn't our now Vice President J.D. Vance, did he talk about, growing up? He wasn't rich or anything. But somehow he got into great schools and now he's the vice president. All right. Let's take a quick music and refreshment break. I need some more Gatorade, some ice and water. I've been up, so just bear with me. Analyze this mess because someone or somebody had to say it. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. Please hit the like on your way out and email me. Join me sometime tomorrow when I come back. I do plan to come on sometime tomorrow. We will just have to wait and see. Again, to my moderators, thank you for supporting me. But now it's time to say good night. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Sweet dreams.